Hello everyone. Welcome back to Jikook Magic. Imagine a moment when the world seems to stop just for two people. As the evening sky turns crimson, the water ripples softly, and on a canoe, Jimin and Jungkook sit side by side, silent, yet full of a secret language that needs no words. But behind that beauty, there are voices trying to ruin it, calling it nothing more than an illusion, just fan service, a product of the company. But is it really that simple? Or is there something deeper? Something no camera could ever hide? Recently, many Taehyung fans have been trying to spread completely false rumors, claiming that the relationship between Jimin and Jungkook is merely a product created by the company. These rumors are played over and over, as if they want to enforce a narrative that their closeness is nothing more than a business strategy. An illusion deliberately crafted to attract the public's attention. What has drawn the most attention lately, however, is how they began criticizing the leaked video Are You Sure? A clip that shows Jimin and Jungkook in such an intimate scene, sitting together on a canoe watching the sun slowly set on the horizon. That scene had no words, no scripted dialogue. There was only silence, a changing sky, softly rippling water, and two figures allowing the world to pause for them. It's strange how these people are so stubborn, insisting that it was all just planned content. They refuse to accept that behind the calm gazes, the little bursts of laughter without reason, and the way they looked at each other as if afraid to miss even a second of being together, there is something far more real than a marketing strategy. Ironically, they forget that Jungkook, with all his privacy and reserved nature, has never shared such personal, natural, and tender moments with Taehyung. Still, every gesture or interaction between Jimin and Jungkook is quickly labeled as fan service. They try to blur the authenticity of their relationship, as if everything we see is just acting. Yet amusingly, when even the smallest thing happens between Jungkook and Taehyung, like simply standing in the same place, they manage to spin it into an epic narrative, as though it were undeniable proof of love. One of the clearest examples can be seen at the airport. At that time, Jungkook had just arrived. He got out of the car, walked straight ahead without looking back, without waiting, without any eye contact with Taehyung. It was an ordinary moment, almost meaningless. Yet within minutes, that clip was twisted into a romantic scene, as if merely being within a few meters of each other was enough to be considered evidence of love. In reality, it was obvious. No interaction, no connection, nothing real. Just a forced interpretation of what they wanted to believe. Meanwhile, the moments between Jimin and Jungkook speak for themselves. They don't need extra narration, no fanfiction embellishments. Their relationship comes naturally, sincerely, and without force. When Jimin glances at Jungkook and gives a small smile, or when Jungkook holds back laughter just from looking at Jimin's expression, anyone honest with themselves knows it isn't acting. It's two people slowly finding their way toward each other, without needing to announce it, without needing to force it. And that's where Are You Sure stands as proof. Their scene on the canoe under the golden sunset sky isn't just a promotional clip. It's a small window into something deeper. In silence, they expressed a bond that can't be faked, with simple gestures, with gazes only understood by two connected hearts. Many try to reduce it to nothing more than a visual strategy, but that silence speaks louder than 1,000 words. In those moments, something so real existed, silent yet powerful, fleeting yet eternal. For those who truly observe without the lens of hate, the difference is crystal clear. No hidden script, no camera tricks, just two people allowing themselves to connect. That's the essence of Jikook. Natural, gentle, vulnerable, and completely genuine. They don't need official confirmation to show that love. Instead, it slips through the little things, the details that can never be faked. What Jimin and Jungkook have is not acting, nor is it a business product. It's a story being written through eye contact that never lies, through small smiles that always appear when the other is near, through subtle touches full of meaning. Even if people deny it 1,000 times, those moments remain authentic, remain present, remain real. Wherever they are, their aura is palpable. There's an energy they radiate, a kind of magnet that makes others pause and watch. Those loving gazes, those searching eyes that quickly turn away, reveal more than they try to hide. They may think no one notices, but everyone can feel it. Jimin and Jungkook have reached a point where the world could stop, and they would still communicate through a gesture, a smile, or even a held breath. Every glance, every subtle touch, is a secret language only they understand, as if there's a small universe that belongs only to the two of them. When BTS is on stage or simply walking at the airport, it's not hard to notice their eyes always searching for each other. No words are spoken, but there's a clear acknowledgement. I see you, I choose you. That is love in its simplest form. And often, the simplest love is the strongest. That bond has become more visible year after year. They move as if telepathically, often mirroring each other's gestures unconsciously. This is no coincidence, but the result of years of closeness shaping a shared body language. As Namjoon once said, Jimin and Jungkook are one person with two different names. There are times when Jungkook's gaze is so possessive, as if silently claiming Jimin as his own. And Jimin responds with gentle intensity, as if saying the bond belongs to him too, that Jungkook is his home, his shelter. They balance each other, understand each other, complete each other. What we see between them isn't an illusion. It's something alive. There's tenderness and intensity that's hard to explain, but easy to feel. The love is real, and though many may deny it, love cannot be extinguished. It will only grow bigger, freer, more authentic. They don't need proof. Everything is already written in the way they look at each other. Holding hands, though simple, is an unspoken promise that cannot be faked. When Jungkook calmly massages Jimin's shoulder before a performance, or when Jimin pats Jungkook's back to reassure him, that's not fan service. It's love in its purest form. Even behind the scenes, their intimacy remains real. Whispering, laughing at things only they understand, sharing breaths in silence before facing thousands of fans. These are intimate rituals that show an extraordinary level of trust. That energy spreads to anyone near them. ARMY feels it. Even outsiders who don't follow BTS can sense the spark. The gentle electricity connecting them cannot be hidden. In the past, those moments were brief and rare. Now, it's harder not to notice them. Jikook no longer tries to hide. They are bolder, more natural, freer, as if saying, "This is us. Take it or leave it. We don't care." And in every gaze, every smile, every silence, the story continues to be written. Not with official announcements, not with clarifications, but with their lives themselves. They don't need to say anything because they've already shown it. Pure, fearless, undeniable, just Jimin and Jungkook, in their truest love. And that is where the magic of Jikook lies. They never needed clarification, never needed an official announcement. Every glance, every small touch, is more honest than 1,000 words. The world may deny it, haters may distort it, but love cannot be extinguished. It grows, it lives, it is real. This is the story they are writing themselves, with smiles, with touches, with silences full of meaning. Not an illusion, not a strategy, but love in its purest form. Thank you for watching Jikook Magic. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because the story is still unfolding.